Ain't that something?
Nibble.
You got it.
Nibble. Thank you. Bye. By the way, guys. Darling.
Hey, I know this might seem creepy and all, but please don't blow me off, okay? Someone told me I could find you here. I mean, I've been looking all over for you since that night. Because I just wanted to... I'm in your debt. I want to help you. I owe you my life, and I feel like I need to repay you. I almost forgot. I'm Heather. Heather Poe. I'm not weirding you out or anything, am I?
It's hard to these days. You look much better. I'm glad.
Only because of you. What you did for me. Here, I got you this. I thought you might be able to use it. I can be useful to you. I'd do anything. Just tell me you'll let me help you. Let me stay with you. Make me feel this way.
Do we keep the ghoul? We're keeping the girl. Of course, Heather. I would love for you to stay with me.
Really? I promise you won't regret it. Promise. I'll get you money, I'll get you things, everything. I want to be important to you.
Wait for me at my place. I can't have you following me around. It's dangerous.
I know where you live. I checked there first. I'll wait for you at your place. And when you do come back, I'll take care of whatever you want. I'd do anything for you.
What would I ever do without you? I'll see you later. Do that! And clean up the place a little. Thanks. Thanks. Great! We now have a pet. So, Chunk's friend!
Mr. LaCroix told me to keep an eye out for you, Coffee Cake. Said to send you right up. You know, I got a break in an hour, and a fresh box of Krusty Kremes in the back. How about on your way out, we,
How's the job, security man?
You know, I'm keeping the undesirables out and the innocent safe and secure. I'm the thin blue line that separates the crazies from the hard-working decent folks. Yep, as long as I'm around, Mr. LaCroix's got nothing to worry about.
Absolutely. I'm sure he appreciates you here to protect him. See you, Chunk. Like Krusty Kremes is like Krispy Kreme donuts, so I'm just kind of like, yum. Not gonna lie, I would say yes to the Krispy Kremes, just the Krispy Kreme donuts. But, hey, LaCroix!
I've said all I need to for now.
Oh. Did I interrupt something? Hey! What's up?
I don't have time for a monologue. Give me the bullet points of what you saw.
Everyone on board was massacred. There weren't any survivors.
And the Ankaran sarcophagus. What did you see?
There's blood all over the floor. Handprints indicate it was opened from within.
Opened? Let's not jump to conclusions. Give me the manifest in your notes. I'll sort this mess later. You might have noticed when you came in the parade of malingering mollycoddles filing out.
Yes, who are they?
Those were the Primogen, this city's clan elders. A worrisome bunch devoted first and foremost to the security of their own skin. Which is why they were here. It seems Alistair Grout, the Malkavian Primogen, has either forgotten how to answer his phone, or is missing. The Sabbat's appearance has put the Primogen on edge. Grout's mansion is in the Hollywood Hills. I need you to pry Grout out of whatever crack he's crawled into, and have him contact us.
Great. Certainly. Is that all?
Yes, for the moment. You know, your demeanor thus far bears similar characteristics to those that rise to the top of this organization. Stay that course.
I'm not a Ventru, but thank you, sir. Now, about Grout.
Yes, about Grout. As I said, Grout is the Malkavian Primogen. His behavior and home are eccentric, to say the least. He's developed a paranoid bent lately, so you may have to check under every bed in the place for him.
Meaning we're gonna have me up for a fight. So, I have a few questions before I go.
I suppose I can spare a few seconds.
Something else.
Which is?
Never mind. I'm ready to go see Grout.
When we hear from Grout, you may come back. Until then. Oh, and to show my appreciation for your dedicated service to me, I have secured you a haven nearby, in the Skyline apartment building. I hope it's to your liking.
We got an upgrade, boys! Thanks. Tell my ghoul to move there, too. Thank you. Appreciate it. So, let's go check out our new digs, first and foremost. Alright, let's see our new digs. Hello. Ooh! Ooh! Close the door because I'm not from one in the barn. Ooh, look at that! Ooh, what is this? Ooh, I can't take that. I'll save it there anyway. Alright. Got a nice coffee mug that I can throw around. Hey, sweetie! Wait, unknown? What? Wait, what was this? Galdium. Holding this home saber gives you a sense of peace and a glimmer of hope for salvation. You are able to hold the effect of most of disciplines longer than you can. Duration increased by 25%. Not bad. Cool. Fantastic.
I'm so glad you're back.
Hi, sweetie.
I've been waiting here just like you asked.
Yeah.
Your place is, nice.
Thank you. It may not be much, but it's mine.
Is there something I can do for you? Anything. Just ask.
There's something you should know before we go on.
Oh. Are you married?
No.
Is that why you don't want me around?
No, sweetie, I'm not. You survived because of my blood. I'm a vampire. You are bound to me.
What? You're joking, right? That's like slang for something like catcher or some fetish term, right? Not like a blah, blah, vampire, right?
I'm afraid not. My blood commingles with your own. The term for you is ghoul.
No, there's no such thing. This isn't funny anymore.
Don't worry, my sweet pet. I will protect you. I will make you feel incredible.
You will? I do love you so much. Whatever you are. I don't care. I just want to be with you.
Yes, always know that I adore you. I share my blood with only you, my dear Heather.
What can I do to show my appreciation?
Tell me about yourself.
Me? I'm not so special, you know? I go to college. I'm majoring in fashion design. I think I'm pretty creative. I just started school a year late because my parents died. Car crash. I didn't really have anyone special in my life until you came along.
Fashion design. How sad. Don't worry. I'm here for you, dearest Heather. Good. We're gonna keep, wait here. Don't worry. I'll be back. Thank you, sweetie. Now, you should go sleep. Did you just karate chop the door? Okay, then. Blood packs. Perfect. Thank you. All right. Ooh, computer. Okay. So, 8. Mercurio, stop by my apartment when you get a chance. I'll set you up. Sounds good. Thank you very much. Don't touch the butter. Brock Fu, a little silly little puppy. Don't touch the butter. The new extreme sport that's sweeping the nation is now on a limited edition DVD. Watch superstars Iron Will McMahon, Brock Dry Hands Hines, and Margarine Mike Davenport as they use every bit of restraint in their body to not touch the butter. 1 bowl of butter, 2 contestants, 3 judges, and a hell of a lot of willpower. To order, log on to www.don'ttouchthebudder.vtm. I love spam. Hey, sweetie, I gotta head to Hollywood for the night. Stay safe. Don't talk to strangers. Use the bathroom properly. Okay, bye. Fuck it, let's do some bonus intelligence. Why not? Kendo for well-known students. Raises melee skill. Fuck yeah. No means no. Self-defense on campus raises brawl skill. Perfect. And research of 6. Fuck! Really focus on it. 9s.
You. What are you doing here?
I might ask you the same thing.
Out now.
What, are you looking into Grout's appearance too?
You should get out of here. This place is bad news. Pardon me.
Maybe for you, but for a badass bitch like me? Let's see. Why? What's inside? This music just doesn't match. This music doesn't fucking match. Then again, we're thinking Malkavians here, so Malkavians really don't match anything. Alright. I hope you're ready for a fight, because we're about to get one. There's no sneaking around this place. This is a fight. Alright. Hey, friend. As you can see, they just automatically attack you. So. Malkavians, am I right? Bitch, you fucking thought. Bitch, you fucking thought. Oh, Malkavians. You fucking crazy psychos.
It is quite peculiar, the happenings I've been made to witness for my supernatural longevity. I am thinking of one unfortunate phenomenon in particular, of unique interest to my station, both as a professional and as a sufferer of this vampiric condition. It seems the stream of time has begun to erode the moorings of my chosen course of study, for the methodologies that gave birth to psychology are slowly disappearing. I find myself in an era that overlooks the physical component of psychological pathology time and again in favor of the sophistic practices of Freud. Phrenology, dactopintilism, and the rest of the old guard has fallen by the wayside, its champions all silenced in death, with my unique exception. Would that I could make my voice heard again, although it may be suspicious should I return to popular medical discourse 50 years after my apparent death. No, better that I continue my studies into the psychoses in secret. One day, may I hold up my own cure as validation of the methods. I am confident no cure for my condition, or that of my beloved wife, lies within our figurative minds, waiting to be unlocked by the correct combination of memories recovered from our childhoods. And I'm most certain it has nothing to do with the relationship between myself, my parents, and my genitals. Sorry, Sigmund, but I choose to stay my course. In time, too, may your star fade and disappear.
We check the first floor first, then we go up the stairs. Hey, friend. I'm gonna need you to stop doing that. What the fuck? Bitch! Meh. Perception at once shapes the mind and rules over time. Time, however, erodes human perception and then, in turn, warps the mind. The mind is capricious, having various effects on the perception, time, and mind itself. With harmony, progress is made. What is that? What is this? You cannot identify the cell. Perhaps you should finish eating the soul donut? No. Wait, you need research skill of at least 2 to use this item, but I have a research of 4. Oh, there it is. I was like, there it is. It just had to take some time. The petrified reed is not meant to fall in the hands of the damned, but vampires can venom. It increases mimic all the same. It increases defense by 1 point. Glorious. Alright. Got it. Took me some time to figure that out. Now we can head upstairs. Nope, can't open that one. Nope, can't open that one. How convenient.
Often I reflect with great regret on the missed opportunity that was my infector. Had I been conscious after the attack, I could have stopped the orderlies from locking her in the roaming pen. what I would give for just one interview. A few simple questions of the plague-ridden woman who met her end that dawn. Of course, there is no guarantee she would have been any more helpful than my current crop of test subjects, mewling wretches. Few could be called enthusiastic. Given the nature of the tests, I cannot expect the same fervor from all, but a modicum of cooperation would be appreciated. Animals. The one called John went so far as to gnaw off his arm and escape into the floorboards like some feral rodent. I still hear him scurrying about at night. He must be making an atrocious mess.
Malkavians, am I right?
My studies proceed at a languid pace. I'm mired in a foul ennui as my wife's illness advances. My subjects grow restless without proper supervision, but I cannot pull myself back from this black depression. How many nights I've wasted now, gazing from the tower walk, pondering the frailty of existence.
Aren't there real Malkavians that aren't super crazy? What Malkavians represent in the world of vampire is the infection of the mind, where either doors of the world can be open to them, whether it be the mental illness that they have seeps into their blood disease. It has to be something of the mind. So it doesn't necessarily have to be insanity. It could be like multiple personality disorder, which is like what Jeanette had. Jeanette and Therese had. It could be more open and scientific, like this guy. He was a scientist as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be fucking psycho. It just has to be like the opening of the mind. OCD even. It just has to be like, it affects the mind much more so than the body. Malkavians, they speak in riddles sometimes, but it's not to the matter of that they're insane. It's just that their mind is open to a vast understanding of the world beyond what we can comprehend. Oh, that's nice. Look at that moon. That is a nice moon. Look at that city. Look at that city. That is a nice city. Look at that Hollywood. That is a nice Hollywood.
After decades of solitary study into this affliction, I have learned that it is by no means mine alone. Indeed, the city is home to an entire society of similarly afflicted individuals with whom I've only recently made contact. They are an understandably standoffish sort, by and large, but I have been able to confirm with them that the condition is indeed vampirism, which apparently comes in a multitude of strains, each with a spectacular set of symptoms such as invisibility and even a sort of lycanthropy. Through numerous official interactions with the governing body of this secret society, I have concluded that their fundamental understanding of the vampiric condition is woefully lacking and mired in suspicion and pseudo-religious dogma that would make a Turk balk for its strictures. Indeed, they seemed impressed with my studies and the eloquence with which I was able to present them. Apparently, the typical sufferer of my particular strain of vampirism is far from the vanguard of the King's English. So impressed were they that they even offered me an office in their government, a rather high office by the sound of things. I believe I shall accept. If nothing else, it should provide a lofty vantage point from which to observe the breadth and epidemiology of the affliction so that I may move more expeditiously toward a cure. I have accepted the role of Primogen for Clan Malkavian, the dreadfully winsome label applied to the particular strain of vampirism I suffer, so named for some supposed vampire father figure of old, or poppycock grown from a backward culture that seems interminably drawn to children's tales and the fiction of Victorian romance, when it should concern itself with the science behind their suffering. No matter. For I have taken this office for no greater reason than to advance my research. I must make mention, however, that even among my would-be peers in this governing body of vampires, the level of paranoia and superstition is frightening. Their intelligence is not the question, no, indeed. As they courted me for this appointment, I had to suspect that their overtures were hand-tailored to what must be my obvious infatuation with reason, for the devil would do well to have such honey-tongued tempters. Even so, I could not help but notice the dressing of language these vampire leaders chose for their siren song. Whether it is born of habit, from addressing their unwashed, ill-educated subjects, or from their own deep-seated beliefs, their linguistic flourishes belie a faith in superstition over the providence of empirical reason that must be an all-pervasive theme in this society of darkest night. Damn it all, now I'm doing it too.
You're going crazy, friend. You're going crazy. You got a bit of the crazy streak in you. Chaos, like the mind, can be understood only through scientific process. Order, however, is only as good as perception thereof. Time is the key that links two bears. What? There we go. Up, down. Oh boy! It's a lightning party and everyone's invited. Excuse me, pardon me. Excuse me, pardon me. There we go. Alright. Perfect. Blood packs, thank you. Elder Vitae. Oh, jeez. Should be the last one.
The voices have increased in frequency and direction. They have begun to stay with me long after conversation has ceased and are serving as quite a distraction. I fear others are beginning to notice my preoccupation at the vampire gatherings. I am thinking again of the particular vampire of whom I spoke previously, who I dare not name for my growing fear. If the voices are to be believed, then my caution is warranted, for they speak of his blackest crimes, both past and future. More than once I have seen the suspicion in his eyes and heard the distrust in his voice when speaking with me. The fear must register on my face, as it is all I can do in these moments to keep from crying out in chorus with the voices.
Alrighty.
I am no longer safe. I know it. The voices have proven themselves authentic, and I have withdrawn from the Vampire Society entirely. My absence will no doubt draw attention, but I could no longer hold my fragile composure around the ravenous eyes of my vampire peers, especially not around him. The voices compelled me to make what I fear is a Faustian bargain, but I had to, for their demands are constant and merciless. I have secluded myself within the mansion. I know he will strike out at me. He will go to any length to achieve his ambitions, and he knows it, I know. I have taken precautions to protect my beloved wife. Her cure will have to wait until our immediate safety is guaranteed. The mansion was constructed with security in mind, but at that time I was not privy to the full range of vampire capabilities. The voices echo in the twisted corridors of my psyche, dark whisperings of a macabre and formless menace, the approach of which portends an end to all of this.
And there is his wife. You did good, lady. You did good. Oh, there he is. Sad, sad fool. Alright, fucker.
By the flames!
Grout, I'm not Grout, you already killed him.
Grout is dead? Pity it could not be by my hand. No matter. Soon your self-made kings and false prophets and all who bear the mark of the beast will be washed from the earth for the coming of the Lord.
Oh no, a Catholic. Who the hell are you?
As you burn, tell them it was Grünfeld Bach who sent your damned soul to that lake of fire. All agents of Satan shall return to whence they came. Let this righteous display serve as a promise to all who serve the Archfiend Lacroix. I'm coming for you, Lacroix. By the power of the Lord, I will cleanse your black soul.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Alright, time to go. Hop out. Well. Bye, Grout. Bye, Mrs. Grout's wife. Bye. That girl is on fire! Jesus Christ. Well, LaCroix ain't gonna like this one. Hey, Chunk. How you doing, sweet pea?
Evening there. Something burning? Ooh, smells like someone burnt the burgers.
I have appointment for LaCroix.
Sure, I'll open her up for you. Jeez, I could go for one of them double-spaced burgers with the onions and the cheese and some bacon and a guacamole. Ooh.
Guacamole? Guacamole, darling. Hey, LaCroix. We got a problem.
The Primogens still haven't been contacted by Grout. I thought I made it clear that you were not supposed to come back until we had heard from him.
Yeah. Grout's dead.
Grout's dead? What?
Yeah, the guy set the house on fire, nearly killed me.
Bach! Every time I think he's lost the scent. So, Bach killed Grout to draw me out.
Seemed like Grout was already dead when he arrived.
Bach is a hunter. They stalk and kill our kind to appease their god. But like many mortals, their so-called faith is nothing but a conduit through which they quench their killing urge. Who else would have killed Grout?
On the way in, I saw Nines Rodriguez leave the mansion.
Look at me. Are you sure it was Nines Rodriguez? Because if it was, the consequences... Do you know where this might lead? Do you really have any idea?
It was like... I'm positive it was Nines. This may leave it a war.
It means... Under most circumstances, I would call a blood hunt on the murderer immediately. However, the anarchs of this city may interpret such an action to be a declaration of war. I do not want a war with them. This decision will take some time. I need to confer with the Primogen on this. In the meantime, I've come to a decision on the Ankaran sarcophagus, and I believe that for the safety of the inhabitants of this city, we need to place the sarcophagus under Camarilla protection until its contents can be confirmed.
I mean,
It's
extremely
becoming
fair.
quite indispensable to me. So, out of all my available personnel, I'm going to entrust the retrieval of the sarcophagus to you.
What?
It was quietly delivered to the Museum of Natural History a few hours ago.
I'll go at once.
The manifest from the Dane shows there was a small box from the same dig on board, but it was listed as missing. Keep an eye open for it. It may have been overlooked. It's crucial we get the sarcophagus in our possession within the next few hours.
Anyway, so let's see. So for LaCroix, what do I do now?
Here are the keys to the front door of the museum. The sarcophagus
Wait,
should
what?
be in an examination room of some sort.
I'm pretty
There's
good
small
playing a
security
game,
staff on
playing
site,
vampire.
but I don't want a massacre. Mortals are just as easy to deceive as they are to kill.
Still playing the game. We're talking to LaCroix and we're going on the next mission. Yeah. So we have the museum keys. Alright. So I need to go visit my little blood banks because ow, I hurt. And I smell like a barbecue.